Yes, YouTube world, what is happening? Another YouTuber has entered the group chat. My name's Anton from level.giveaways, and I thought, you know what, it's about time I pick up this camera and do a little walk around and start documenting what I get up to, because I do get up to some pretty cool stuff that people don't get to see. They just see a picture of me buying a car, then they see a picture of me building a car, and then they see a picture of the car being scrapped. So I thought, you know what, let me just pick up the camera and start filming. So here I am. Today is going to be a bit of an introduction basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around the unit, tell you what I've got in. I've got some pretty cool projects over there. They're personal builds. I've got some cars over there. They are competition cars that are going to be won in the future. So yeah, I mean, I've just moved into another unit. It's huge. It's about 4,000 square foot. I'm all alone. Don't feel sorry for me, but yeah, I work alone. So I thought, you know what, this is a good time in my life to start doing this. And I've just recently been on a trip to the Nürburgring with about about 12 other YouTubers or so, and they all give me a bit of motivation to do this. So here I am. So if you're into your VWs, if you like seeing someone come from nothing to this now, and you just like following journeys, then get subscribing and yeah, get liking, sharing, do what you got to do, and stay tuned. Let's get straight into it, man. So first up, here's Hugo. You're right there, yeah, chilling. Life's hard, innit? Must be so hard, Hugo. Right, first off, let's start with the Mark 7 that's here. I'm gonna first of all apologize for the shakiness. I forgot my stabilizer thing, so I'm just doing this freehand. Anyway, this is a Mark 7 Golf Club Sport. I love this car. Absolutely love this car. And as I mentioned earlier, I was at the Nürburgring and I took this and it performed amazingly. I did actually previously put this on a raffle site and the winner took the cash alternative. And you know what? I'm happy they did because I love it. Stage 2, 400 HP, loads of mods, big brakes, intake, downpipe, catback, decat, factory wingbacks. It's just a massive spec. Like I said, yeah, I love this car. Not much is going to be done with this. It's got factory wingbacks as well. Hopefully you can see those. Like I said, I'm trying to keep the camera as stable as I can. As you probably noticed then as well, the car is originally white. I had this wrapped for that trip I was on about earlier. And yeah, man, it stood out like a sore thumb. And that was the aim. That was the purpose of having it wrapped. For those that don't know, this is the colour of my business logo, so that's why it's blue. And yeah, just a little bit different. They only come in certain colours, so you can't buy them in this blue. And I thought, yeah, I like it. Let's be different. I did have my RS3 done in this colour as well. It was actually, tell you like, it was a little bit lighter, and yeah, it looks really well. So for those that know about the Club Sport, because I don't really know much about them, they're limited run, front wheel drive, basically a Golf GTI with a load of different bits even, including the spoiler, the front bumper's different, just loads of little bits and bobs. And yeah, just a truly amazing car. And I think this kind of car isn't going to depreciate at all. But in terms of build, this car's complete. I'm probably going to change the wheels again. I did have some Ultra Legeras on it, but I sold them when I thought the car was going to go. So yeah, that's all I'm looking to do to this car. So not really much in terms of documenting this. It is what it is. Next to that, we've got a Mark 4 Golf R32. For those that follow me, you probably know a little bit about this car. I bought this car about 2 years ago, I think. It was on air ride. It had fancy wheels on it. It was NA, had different seats in it. I don't think it had half levers. I'm sure I've put them in. And yeah, some other bits and bobs. And I returned it to stock. Someone made me an offer for it, so I sold it. That person wasn't happy with the car, so I ended up buying it back, and then I raffled it, and then just like the club sport, the winner took the cash alternative. So what I've learned from that is don't do the cash alternatives too good. So yeah, what happened with this car then is I turboed it. So I put a turbo setup on it. I actually put it back on air ride, and it just sat in the corner of my other unit, my old unit, sorry, for a while. And it just got to the point where I thought, you know what, I need to get this built back up and use it and enjoy it, because it's a shame for it to be in that kind of state. So I have now put an NA engine in it. It's on some Bilstein dampers, H&R springs, Scorpion cap back, and I'm going to be changing the wheels back to the original ones, and I'm either going to raffle it or raffle it or sell it. I don't really want to get rid of it, if I'm being honest. I love the car. It's an amazing colour, one of 31 only in this colour. But if I'm being completely honest, I will want the money to put back into YouTube, because as I mentioned earlier on, I've got some very, very good ideas that I want to be doing. So that's the plan. I might have to sell this so I can bring you guys some great content. Commitments, eh? But yeah, love the car, sounds amazing. And like I said, not much is going to be going on with that. So let's skip this car and go to the next one, which is a Mark 6 Golf R. Huge spec, running around at 430 HP. Credit to the previous builder. He spent an absolute fortune on this car. I'm sure there's around £30,000 worth of invoices for this car, from your AP brakes to your Ultra Leggera wheels that were bought brand new, Michelin PS4 tyres, suspension, audio's been put in there as well. And yeah, just another great car. Wingbacks in this also. These are the full levers. Just try and get in there a little bit. And yeah, just a great car. Now, this car has been purchased for the giveaways. So, for those that don't know, I run a giveaway site called Level Up Giveaways, and this car will be on there. Obviously, it depends when you're watching this. I'm not too sure when I'm going to be putting this video up. As we speak, this car is not up. It should be up next week. So, yeah, that's the Golf R. Private plate as well. That comes with the car. So, yeah, another great car, an amazing colour. And I will say, and people may not agree with me here, but obviously, personal opinion, I prefer the Mark 6 Golf R over the Mark 7. And I don't know if that's because they're rare. These came over in limited numbers as well. And you see the Mark 7s absolutely everywhere. Old people driving them, young people driving them, male, female, dogs. You know, you get the idea. There's loads of Golf R's around, and I'm just sick of seeing them. But when I see one of these, I'm like, yeah, I like that. So yeah, someone's going to win that for a couple of quid. Or if you're watching this later on, someone's won it for a couple of quid. On to the next car, Mark 4 Golf R32. There is going to be a trend in this unit. There's going to be a trend with this channel. So if you like your Mark 4 Golfs, stick around. This is very special. Now, this is currently on the website. Someone's going to win this for £2.50. Hoping to get the draw done a few days from now. So this will probably be gone by the time this video comes out, all being well. So yeah, this has been converted to a 3.6. So it's no longer a 3.2. It's a 3.2 FSI, which come in the Passat, and I think it comes in one of the Porsches as well. But yeah, I think this is out of a Passat. Actually, this was not out of anything. This engine was brand new. So this engine is only covered around 40,000 miles. It was brand spanking new when it was converted back in the day. And yeah, for those that don't know, this has got a huge supercharger strapped to it. And this thing is pushing out 450 HP, built by the firm. Back in the day, it was a Venom Motorsports demo car. So hats off to them, and hats off to the previous owner for keeping it looking well. I mean, it's a great car to say it's I don't know what, it's about 20 years old now, 19, 20 years old. So we've got big brake kit, we've got Porsche wheels, Porsche brakes, retrimmed interior, a bit Marmite. I don't know how it's going to be coming across on the picture, but the interior is really, really nice. And I don't think it's been done for that long either. Moving around to the back, what I do love about this car, I love this mod anyway. To the boot, I love that. Worth buying a ticket just for that. Private plate comes with it, V9, which relates to the supercharger. VWR obviously relates to the car. Genuine R-line bumper as well. To be fair, I don't know why I'm singing and dancing about this, because this is probably going to be gone. So this probably won't be around on the next video I do, unless I decide to do another video like ASAP. Because it's Thursday currently, and this should be going on Sunday. So yeah, amazing car. So yeah, that's those cars, and yeah, so the first two are pretty much part of the furniture. The next two are part of the business, and then let's get to the next two, which are very, very interesting. So these cars now, well, these two cars specifically, I'm going to be documenting these cars heavily on the channel. For those that are following me on Instagram and stuff, you're already going to know about this car. This is my Mark IV Golf Twin Turbo R32. This has been an absolute pain in my backside from the beginning. It's currently booked in at, I can't remember the name, but it's basically booked in to have the whole wiring redone, and then I can get on with the other bits and bobs. But like I said, I will document this properly. There's no point in me talking too much about it now. What I will say is subscribe if you're interested in following the progress of this car, because yeah, it's going to be something special, something a little bit different, something there's not many of either. There's a couple of twin turbos, but not top mounted. I think this was one of the first top mounted twin turbos back in the day. So yeah, I think I've had this car around, well, not this car, this has been a project for about 5 years now. I built it. You know what, I'll get into it another time, because I could talk about this car for hours, and that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to start from the start about this whole situation with this car up to where it is now, and then we're going to take it from where it is now to the next level. Now, next to that, we have got this. We've got a car bolted to a turbo. Look at that. Look at that madness. So this car, let me just change hands because my arm is aching. This car, I can't really take any credit for. I haven't done anything to this. In fact, it doesn't even run at the moment. I bought this car, it was delivered, and it's just been sat there. Not that long ago, maybe around, I want to say about 2 months ago, I got this car, and I've just not had the time to do anything with it. The car doesn't run currently. It is an unfinished project, and long story short, the lad who built it, Matty, I followed this car from the very beginning, and I've always been interested in it. It wasn't always a Sidewinder Big Turbo. It was just like normal turbo, if you want to call it that. And yeah, I kind of just pestered him to sell me it. I knew he weren't really doing much with it. It was just sat around, and I asked and yeah, be careful what you wish for. So now I've got thousands and thousands of pounds stuck in this car. Doesn't even work, but it's pretty. Again, I will document this in more detail. As you can see, this has never ran. I've not heard it start or anything like that. It is basically a drag car. This isn't a car that you're going to see on the road. You might do. I might adapt it to be on the road, but yeah, it's pretty much a drag car. You go down the strip. You know what? This is the fuel tank. So yeah, you know, if you do see it on the road, it'll be probably going from this unit to the petrol station. Well, it won't, because it runs on ethanol, so I'm just chatting rubbish. But yeah, this is an interesting car. One thing I will say, look, you can't see any radiator. This is the intercooler. Radiator's on the floor, and funny enough, on the floor is where it's going to be, because what Matty was doing with this is mounting the radiator to the bottom of the car behind the bumper. So that's going to be interesting. It's not finished. Like I said, unfortunately this car was sat outside, so it is quite dirty and cobwebs and stuff. So I'm not gonna say I saved it, but I kind of saved it. Shout out to Matty though, because he gave me loads of parts of it as well. He basically just cleared his shed, and I've still got some more parts to get off him. So yeah, shout out to Matty, man. Look, even give me a set of rods, aluminium rods, which probably only do about 10,000 miles. Some pistons. So yeah, I need to go through all that and see what I've actually got. But yeah, the car's massive, massive spec. Even more stuff inside, intercooler core, and look at this. One of the main reasons I bought this, Quave sequential gearbox, worth an absolute fortune on its own. Pedal box over there. We've got a Fuel Tech ECU / dash. Yeah, just the car's a madness, and I'm looking forward to getting on with that and documenting it. Look at the size of this bonnet exhaust. Bonnet exit exhaust even. So madness, look at that. So yeah, looking forward to that one. So yeah, these two, I'm going to do some separate videos for these and show you guys the progress, hopefully. Moving on, we'll smash through these quickly because this video is getting a little bit long. Mark II Golf, long story short, I bought this many years ago, around 5 years ago, as a standard car. Ruined it, I put it on air ride, put some fancy wheels on it, did some stupid things to it, put an R32 engine in it, and then I sold it as a roll-in shell minus the engine many years ago. And I always regretted it basically because I felt like I'd ruined it and I didn't really get anywhere with it. And it's a rare colour as well. It's L5PT. I can't remember. No, I do remember the name of it, but I can't pronounce it. I'll put it in a little bit of a text here, and you guys can tell me if you know about that colour. But as far as I'm aware, they're quite rare. Haven't seen another one since. This might be able to show you the colour of it a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's going to be picking up, but it's like a bluey, grey, black colour. So yeah, when I sold it, it had an interior, and then I bought it back, and it hasn't got an interior. All buttons have been nicked off it. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm really frustrated with the way I got this car back. I paid an absolute fortune to get it back. Didn't go and see it because it was a little bit far away. Just trusted the guy, bought it off, and it's come back. And yeah, I'm not over the moon. And I think it's more so because I don't really know much about Mark II, so the things that I'm missing are probably minor, but it's money, and it's time, and it's understanding. Now, if we move on to this next car, the Mark IV, if you give me this like this, I'll put that back together in a day. Now, I don't know what I'm doing with the Mark II, but anyway, that's that anyway. I'm not going to document this. This will just, what I'm hoping is eventually just turn into a complete car and you'll one day see it running. I've gone out and bought a 2 litre stroker build, 180. Well, it's a 180 that's been converted to a stroker build, so it's now 2 litre. Big turbo. This was out of a Mark II Golf Rally, and it came out of a Mark II obviously, and it came with a few bits as well. So it came with like the intercooler, it came with a subframe. So I could basically pretty much chuck it all together. You know, I will want to redo all the pipes and stuff, but yeah, there's enough there to keep me going with this. But as you've seen, I've got, oh, you decided to get up now, Hugo. But as you've seen, I've got a few projects. So like I said, this will just over time hopefully just get built, but we'll see. This car, I basically bought this for the engine. That's about ready to go. I needed the engine for my grey R32. So yeah, that's that. Hugo's decided to... You right there? Alright. Yeah, oh, coming over, okay. It's not playtime, mate. I know you've had a nap, I've not had a nap. So, let's leave that. Yeah? Let me just film this and then we'll... No? Okay. Hugo, leave it. Thank you. Let me just finish this video, lad. Right, Last car that's in the unit, there was a couple missing, but they're quite irrelevant anyway. This is a Mark IV Golf anniversary. You know what, the less said about this, the better. This is going to be stripped. I bought this to take some miles off my daily. Turned out to be a bag of nails. It's been clocked. There's an extra 100,000 miles on it. So I'm going to have to break that in order to get my money back, unfortunately. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, that is it. That's what's going on. Let me switch this round. And that is the end of the tour for now. Thank you for watching. Like I said, if you're interested in watching me move forward, some of these builds or future builds, make sure you subscribe, because I have got some good ideas coming up and I think you guys are going to enjoy them, especially if you're into your VW stuff. So stay around, get subscribing, give it a like, give it a share, do what you got to do. Make sure you follow my personal as well, Anton.levelup on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Level Up giveaways. I give away cash, cars, coilovers. I'm going to be doing some wraps and stuff like that as well. So yeah, make sure you get following. That's level.giveaways on Instagram, and it's similar on Facebook as well. Until next time, which I'm hoping is next week, I'm gonna get on it. I promise. I'm gonna get on it and try and smash these out. So until next week, guys, enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.